I'm here at the Samsung lounge with one of Samsung's new QLED TV, which is the Samsung Q8 65-inch curved television. Now, what is a QLED TV? As far as Samsung is concerned, QLED is a name that can be applied to any quantum dot television. Now, traditionally among the videophile community, QLED has been used to refer to self-emissive technology, and certainly a company called QD Vision has trademarked that name for their self-emissive quantum dot technology. However, probably last year or 2 years ago, Samsung actually made the decision to actually acquire QD Vision and therefore acquire the trademark. So now QLED can be used by Samsung for any purpose they want. And what Samsung wants to do is to apply QLED to refer to any quantum dot television, regardless of whether it's self-emissive or it's transmissive, like a traditional LED LCD TV. Now, from Samsung's point of view, what they're saying is that their QLED television is going to improve the black levels and the viewing angles primarily, which are two Achilles heel of LCD televisions. Samsung is confident that their QLED technology is going to be superior to any other quantum dot technology out there because they have a head start. They've acquired QD Vision. They are working very, very closely with another company called Nanosys. Also, what is unique about the 2017 QLED range from Samsung is that they are introducing a specific metal substance. We found out that it is actually aluminum, to coat the quantum dot material to give it more stability. And therefore, that's why Samsung claims that its quantum dot material can improve the black level and also the viewing angle. We spoke to a few Samsung engineers to try and find out the specifics, and we couldn't really get an exact answer. But from what we can gather, the improved black level is mainly in bright ambient light environment because they have actually implemented 3 layers anti-reflective layer, which works in tandem with the restructured panel to actually reject ambient light. And certainly last year, their KS9000 series, the KS95 series, their mod-eye filter was extremely effective. It's probably the most effective on the market to reject ambient light and reduce the reflections and glare from the screen. Now, today, unfortunately, Samsung couldn't provide us with a remote, so we couldn't actually run through the menus with you. However, we have actually done it in a private demo with Samsung. What's new in terms of the picture menu on Samsung 2017 QLED range is that there will be 20-point white balance controls instead of 10-point. So there'll be a 2-point white balance controls, and there will be a 20-point white balance controls. If you remember, Samsung TVs in the past have always had 2 points and 10 points, but this year they have increased the precision of white balance controls to 20 point because of the demands required by HDR. Also, Samsung has been working with Kalman to introduce DDC support. By DDC, we mean direct display control. This means that we can actually connect our calibration software directly to the television through an IP, through an Ethernet cable or wireless connection, and therefore control, make the adjustments directly from our laptop. This is very advantageous because, as you know, with HDR, the peak brightness and all the test patterns, they fluctuate quite significantly when you pull up a menu on screen. If you can avoid doing that and make all the adjustments on screen and only have the screen display the test pattern, it will allow for a much more accurate calibration, especially when HDR is concerned. Obviously, with the DDC control there, the Samsung is also working very, very closely with with Portrait Displays and Kalman to introduce what we call an AutoCal or automatic calibration capability. This means that a professional calibrator can come into your house, hook up the software to your television, and just press one single button, set a few parameters, and the whole thing will be done automatically. So this is the 65-inch Q8. It's curved, but another major change that Samsung has implemented this year is that they have actually introduced a Q9 series, which is flat. This is extremely good news. Although Samsung has been championing curve for the past few years, we have never been fully convinced by the picture quality the benefits that Samsung has been saying. And from our experience, our readers, and certainly most videophiles, they would prefer a flat screen over a curved screen. And I think this is a good move by Samsung. With curved screens too, from our experience, we can actually see more reflections in the sense that a spot of light can actually get spread all around the screen. Whereas with a flat one, the geometry is correct. It is traditionally looking, and wall mounted, it will look more better in the living room as well. So we're happy that Samsung has made this decision to make its Q9 flagship series a flat one. We'll probably have to spend more time with the television before we can give you more details about the picture quality. But from what we can see here, it is obviously set in dynamic mode, and it is very, very vivid. All the motion processing is on, there's soap opera effect everywhere, and it's very, very difficult for us to make an accurate judgment. Superficially, certainly the viewing angles do look improved versus LED LCDs that we have actually seen before. Now, in terms of blacks, again, off-axis, blacks on LED LCDs are always going to float. So that is another aspect that we will look into when we actually get our hands on the review unit. But this is me here, Vincent Teo, reporting from CES on Samsung's new QLED television.